So hello everyone, I'm here with George Erdel of Tennessee Valley Model Railroaders Club in Smyrna, Tennessee, talking about how he got into building model railways. How did you get an interest in model railways, George?
Well, I built my first train 2 years ago next month. And when I lived in California, Los Angeles area, I got to climb on and go through the big boy number 4014. That engine now is being brought back to life through renovation. And if you've ever had the chance to crawl on a big boy, you fall in love with big boys. So I saw this one for $200 in the hobby shop. It was a River Rossi DC. Very nice detail, but no sound. So I bought that with the full intention of just making a diorama to display the thing, because they're just such a beautiful machine. Well, I found the club here in town, and I went over there, and they said, "Bring it over, we'll put it." And man, I just said, "Hey, this is neat. This is fun." So next thing you know, I'm spending all kinds of time over there, and I end up joining the club in a matter of very, very few days. Then they had, the club at that time was in a different location, not near as nice as this. The equipment that they had was not as nice as what we're having now, but I got to watching YouTube videos on how to do this scenery and stuff, primarily the woodland scenic videos on YouTube. And I said, man, that don't look too hard. So I got permission from the club to do a mountain module at the old club that had a tunnel through it. Somebody else had started it, and it was not finished. So I said, hey, let me finish that module. They let me do it, and the thing turned out really, really nice. They were happy with it, and I was happy with it. You know, I just sort of got the bug. The bug bit me, and it's been like that ever since. I would rather do scenery stuff than run my trains. I've got, several trains. I think all of my trains are digital, which is really neat, but I'm going to tell you, doing this stuff right here is, to me, more fun than running the trains.
Had you any previous experience in carpentry or any kind of crafting or painting?
Oh, I've done woodwork for a number of years. I used to make, cabinets and things for people, small cabinets, boxes. I've got a pretty nice wood shop at the house. When we moved to this location, we brought over the yard from the old club. I had built that yard for them prior to us leaving over there. And we kept that new module, those new modules, and all the other HO stuff that's in here is stuff that I built since we moved in here on November 1st. So, this is where I spend much of my time. I'm retired for the most part. I still do some work. Sometimes I have to go travel out of town or out of country, but I find myself, being drawn back to here every free moment that I have. So that's how that came to be.
Excellent. Kind of what is your best memory of being a member of the club and doing this work so far?
Well, I tell you, we're set up to where people, when we're open and have trains running, people will bring in trains that their daddy may have had, that their granddad may have had, or a dad may bring in his train and bring his son with it. And we'll run them here on the layout. And to watch these kids get a chance to see their dad's or their granddad's train run, it's really a neat thing to take part in. Plus, we've also got several trains here that
You want all these switches?
are the club's trains, and somebody comes in
Yeah.
with kids. We'll let kids run club trains.
I didn't know if there was.
We've got some digital,
Digital,
not necessarily sound, but they are DCC trains that are the clubs with a bunch of cars. So, we have kids come in, and this is a
That's for the court.
charitable organization, 501c3, and people leave donations. It's really, we've got guys here that'll repair people's trains. So sometimes around the holidays, at Christmas time, somebody always seems to bring in a Christmas train that they pull out once a year, and somebody here has to clean it, and lubricate it so it'll run right for them again. And we don't charge for that, but people will leave donations in the jar.
Hey, Wayne.
It's really, really neat. It's my first time ever being in a club of this sort. I've been in other clubs, but it's the first time I've been in something that's a railroad club. And I'm really loving it, absolutely loving it. I bring my grandkids over there when they come to town to see me, and
Get all the DCC stuff.
it's just really great.
I'm gonna start getting all the engines.
What would you say to someone who was interested in getting their first electric train?
I would say before you do that, if there's a club in your area, before you go and invest in buying a train, which they can be quite expensive, find a club and get involved with it and see if you think you're going to continue to like it, if you should spend the money on it, because trains are, even beginning DC sets are somewhat pricey these days. And if you get the digital trains, they're even more expensive. So before you go and start dropping a lot of money,
I've done one.
see if you think that
It turned out good.
you're going to have an interest. I had an interest initially to build my own layout,
Great after that.
but then with this club, why would I need to build my own layout? I got everything I need here.
You got my
I'm
number.
building. Whenever the things run, I'm running.
I
And
think I've got yours. I believe
It's
I
just-
called you last time.
to me, it's a better deal getting into a club where you've got a key and can come run your trains anytime you want to.